So a few days ago, a monkey-looking sub-Saharan named Raja Jackson was hit over the head with a beer can by a fat, bearded white guy at a wrestling show. Later, this same Raja Jackson entered a wrestling ring and attacked that same fat, bearded white guy, slamming him into the canvas, knocking him unconscious. Then he proceeded to punch him several times in the face and the head while he was unconscious. The fat, bearded white guy had to be taken to the hospital due to severe injuries, and from what I understand, had to be put into an induced coma to stabilize him. Now, in case you didn't know, Raja Jackson is a son of a famous former MMA fighter, the vastly overrated Quinton Rampage Jackson. Now, this Rajin Raja is also a mediocre MMA fighter himself with a 1-1 record. So he is somewhat of a celebrity in the fighting world. This all happened in the city of Los Angeles, California, and not surprisingly, at the time of me recording this video, that Rajin Raja has not been arrested or charged for attempted murder. He continues to walk free. Of course, a certain worthless demographic of people say that his assault was justified and that the fat bearded white guy should have kept his hands to himself. So what does a racist Asian think about this situation? This does not surprise or shock me one bit. Black men assaulted white men unprovoked has been happening since I came to America as a baby. Now, to give the full context, the white guy was a wrestler in the promotion named Psycho Stu. Raja Jackson is friends with one of the other wrestlers in the promotion and was invited to the show. That's why he was there. Now, Raja Jackson is also a kick streamer and actually has his own cameraman that follows him around, filming everything live while Raja interacts with his chat. So Raja was walking around backstage, meeting all the wrestlers, followed by his cameraman, when Psycho Stu comes up to him, thinking he was going to be a part of the show, and proceeds to exchange some words with Raja, then picks up an empty prop beer can and does the wrestling version of busting it on Raja's head. Now, I said the wrestling version because Psycho Stu puts his hand on Raja's head and actually hits his own hand with the can. They call this a work. Now, after all this, while exchanging words, Psycho Stu is informed that Raja wasn't there for work. So at that point, Psycho Stu realized his mistake and apologized to Raja as seen in this clip. And then Raja accepts his apology and all is forgiven, or so it seems. Now, before the show starts, Raja's wrestler friend informs Raja that he can get his payback, which they call a receipt in the wrestling industry. And he can get his receipt by stepping in the ring while Psycho Stu is fighting, and the script is to pick him up, slam him to the ground, and punch him one time. This is to sell it to the crowd. Now, supposedly, Psycho Stu is in on this act. So obviously, if you've seen the video, Raja Jackson takes it way too far and almost kills Psycho Stu, punching him while he's unconscious well over 20 times. Now, before entering the ring to do this little work, Raja was talking to his chat, streaming everything live on his channel, and he admitted to his chat that he was going to hit Psycho Stu as many times as he can until somebody came and pulled him off. That's right, Rajin Raja Jackson premeditated his violent assault. Remember, he pretended to accept Psycho Stu's apology earlier. So, of course, Raja assaults Stu and then flees the scene after the other wrestlers pull him off. So why does this vicious attack not surprise me? That's because it's been going on longer than I've been alive, and that's over 50 years. The internet is full of videos of black men sucker punching white people. Have you ever heard of the knockout game? But also full of multiple black men ganging up and beating up a lone white guy. And a lot, if not most, of these attacks are unprovoked as well. Now, for any white man, young and old, or any white boy who hears this, let me give you some wisdom. If you have ears to hear, listen to my words. Black men absolutely hate you. How do I know this? Well, I've been going to majority black schools since kindergarten all the way up until college. I've had black male friends. I've worked with black men. They tell me things and speak freely around me because I'm not a white guy. They often say what they truly feel. I truly believe that most black men, if they could get away with it, would try to kill as many white men as they could. Just look what happened in South Africa and Zimbabwe. So the question is, why do black men hate you white men so much? Is it justified? Is it warranted? Well, it goes like this. From the time they were babies, black men and black boys grow up, filling each other's heads with lies. Lies such as, black men are superior to white men. No white man can beat up a black man. White men are slow, fat, unathletic, and weak. Oh, and here's a big lie that they tell themselves. All white women want them. And then you have the usual lies of the white man is keeping them down. It's the white man's fault for this and that, blah, blah, blah. And to compound matters, on top of all of this, the Western progressive media continually props them up through sports and entertainment. So, black boys go through years of this Negro propaganda circle jerk before they even have their first white friends or classmates. So they literally grew up thinking they were the alpha males. Then they got older and started interacting more with other races, and then they realized all that bullshit was a lie. So imagine growing up thinking you were a king. Then when you got out into the real world, you realized you were really a peasant. Imagine believing you were at the very top of the racial totem pole, but then realized you were actually at the very bottom. White men, they hate the fact that you are the most desired race of men on earth. They hate the fact that your women are beautiful and desirable, while theirs are not. They hate the fact that you built this civilized world they are living in. And this makes them angry, very angry, especially at you white men. Have you ever wondered why black people are so quick to get hostile and resort to attempted intimidation if you have a disagreement with them? This is why. In a black person's mind, it doesn't matter if they are right or wrong. They assume they can beat you up and that you are afraid of them, which in turn makes them better than you, and that's all that matters in their tiny little pea-sized smooth brains. Another thing that adds to their anger is seeing just how dysfunctional and wretched their families are compared to white and other families. I've seen multiple videos over the years where famous black athletes admitted that while growing up and playing Little League football, they were jealous of the white boys on their football team because they had both parents there watching their sons' games. So what these black boys would do is try to intentionally hurt the white boys in the football game, disguising it as a football tackle. So combine this unjustified anger with their low IQs, extreme selfishness, and lack of any kind of God-given morals, and you have millions of Raja Jacksons running around in America and the Western world. Millions of black men and boys who feel emboldened to physically assault not only white, but also Asian men whenever they feel like it because sadly, for the most part, they know they won't suffer any repercussions. Remember, according to the progressives running this world, they are always the victims. And I'll be totally shocked if this dumb Regjan Raja Jackson does any prison time if he does actually get charged. So to all the white people who are watching this video, please share it to all your white friends and family, especially your children. They need to know the mentality of these sub-Saharan savages. It could literally save their lives. So if you want more of a racist Asian's opinion on the sad state of affairs in this world, hit the like button, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.